Imagine being celebrated as a national hero, only to have your name dragged through the mud as a traitor. This is the story of a man who betrayed his country ... Or did he? Musa Jalil was a famous poet, a voice of his people. But in 1942, his world turned upside down. Captured on the Eastern Front, he was given an offer he couldn't refuse. The German command had a special legion, made up of captives from his home region. They didn't just want him as a prisoner, they wanted him as their mouthpiece. His mission? Lead a propaganda committee and convince his fellow countrymen to turn against their homeland. A poet, now tasked with becoming a tool for the enemy. And to the shock of everyone, Musa Jalil accepted. He shook their hands, smiled, and agreed to lead the committee. Back home, the news spread like wildfire. Their beloved poet, their hero, had become a collaborator. The sense of betrayal was immense. How could he do it? Why would a man so deeply connected to his culture and people suddenly switch sides? For months, this was the accepted truth. He was seen working with the enemy, given special privileges, and allowed to move freely among the prisoners. The story was simple. A great man had fallen. But what if the story everyone believed was a complete lie? What if his acceptance was the most dangerous double cross of the war? Jalil wasn't serving the occupiers. He was playing them. His newfound freedom wasn't for personal gain. He used it to move like a ghost through the camps, building a secret network right under the guards' noses. While the commanders thought he was writing speeches to inspire loyalty to them, he was actually whispering plans for escape and resistance. Every meeting, every speech was a performance. He was an actor on the world's deadliest stage. He identified loyal men, organized them into underground cells, and prepared them for the right moment to strike. His influence was immense. The soldiers trusted him. They listened to him. But they weren't listening to the propaganda the Germans wanted them to hear. They were listening to the real Musa Jalil, the patriot who was risking everything. The moment of truth arrived when the first battalions of this special legion were sent to the front lines. The German commanders were confident. Their plan had worked. But then the unthinkable happened. Instead of fighting for the occupiers, the soldiers turned their weapons against them. Entire battalions vanished into the forests, joining local resistance fighters. The plan hadn't just failed. It had spectacularly backfired, thanks to the poet they thought they controlled. The German command was furious. Their prize puppet was actually a puppet master. It didn't take long for the secret police to uncover the truth. Jalil's deception was exposed, and the consequences were immediate. He was arrested and sent to the infamous Moabit Prison in Berlin, a place from which few returned. Locked in a cold cell, Jalil knew his fate was sealed. He would never see his home again. But a poet's weapon is his words, and even in chains, he refused to be silenced. He began to write. On tiny, torn scraps of paper, he poured out his heart, his defiance, his love for his homeland. He wrote hundreds of poems documenting his experience, his hope, and his unwavering spirit. These weren't just poems. They were a final testament. He would hide his writings, stuffing them into the cracks of his cell walls, hoping that one day, somehow, they would find their way home. In 1944, Musa Jalil paid the ultimate price for his bravery. For years, his name remained tarnished back home. The official story was that he was a collaborator who got what he deserved. The truth was buried with him. But truth has a way of finding the light. After the war, one of Jalil's fellow prisoners, who had miraculously survived, managed to smuggle out the precious notebooks. Another notebook was preserved by a cellmate. These scraps of paper, filled with passionate, patriotic verse, made their way back to Moscow. When the Moabit Notebooks were finally published, the world was stunned. The poems told the real story. They were a raw, powerful account of his resistance, his secret network, and his undying love for his country. The man they called a traitor was, in fact, one of their greatest heroes. The poems proved his innocence and revealed the depth of his sacrifice. He hadn't just resisted. He had orchestrated a brilliant counterintelligence operation that saved countless lives and disrupted the enemy's plans from the inside. Today, Musa Jalil is celebrated as a national hero. His story is a powerful reminder that true strength isn't always found on the battlefield. Sometimes it's found in the quiet courage of a poet in chains who used his words to outsmart an empire. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as incredible as I did, make sure to like and subscribe for more tales of hidden heroes.